All right, so we finally made it. It's week one.
Let's go. Week one.
Honestly, I mean, we were talking about this earlier before we started recording, but like, it doesn't feel like the draft was like that long ago.
Yeah, I mean, I still remember it like it was yesterday.
I mean, it helps that it was a good one. Probably our reactions after we drafted Michael Penix were very interesting, but
They're much different for sure.
yeah, we were getting hyped in Hooters, but yeah, I mean, we were talking back then in April how we had forever to wait, and now it's here. So I'm super psyched, and that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about just how we're feeling going into week one. Uh, you know, we're going to talk about uh, injuries, matchups, keys to victory, all those sorts of things you want to know about going into week one. And then there will be some extra added stuff in the end. But yeah, if you haven't noticed already, I have my friend Sebastian here with me this time.
Let's
Super big,
go.
yeah, super big Falcons fan. He does his research, so I'm sure he'll be a great guest. Uh, but yeah, I guess let's just start with you if you want. What are your like? What were some takeaways you had from training camp? Just what are your general vibes on the team? Just going into
Yeah,
week one.
I mean, training camp was good. Uh, just having Michael Penix in there commanding everything, I think it just gave everybody some stability. We know what Michael Penix is capable of, and hopefully we can see a lot of that beginning on Sunday. But really, for me, the most important thing about training camp was the defensive effort. You just hear all the
Mhm.
players go on about how Jeff Ulbrich is just giving life to this defense, which was pretty lifeless last year, unfortunately for us. But what really stuck out to me was James Pierce going at Caleb McGarry. I mean, of course,
Mm,
Caleb McGarry is unfortunately injured for the season. Uh, all prayers to him. Hopefully, he gets well soon. But I'm excited for James Pierce, man. James Pierce, he's the kind of player that this team has been missing for a long, long time. We may not see it right away, or who knows, maybe we will. But I think he will give some offensive linemen real fits.
yeah, I think you said it best when who knows what we'll see. I feel like that's this whole team. The offense much less so, but the defense is just a big question mark. I really don't know what to expect with this team. I could see anywhere from like winning like 6 games to like they could go off and win like 12 or 13. And it really depends on the defense. And there's a lot of good things we saw from a lot of young guys, but again, they're young. We don't really know what they're going to be yet. And I guess we're about to find out. Um, we're relying on a lot of rookies and second year guys who basically are rookies. So that's going to be it's just a question mark. We'll just have to see how it plays out. And even if they do play well, which I think they will, I think all the guys that are starting are going to be at least like solid. Um, but they're going to have their ups and downs. They're rookies. They're going to make their mistakes.
Oh, for
Um,
sure.
it's going to be a little bit of roller coaster of a season, in my opinion. But I think it's poised to be really fun, especially with what you're talking about with just finally having Penix at the helm. Even if he, makes a lot of mistakes and stuff like that, he's gonna throw the ball. And
Yeah.
he's gonna
Oh yeah.
go. He's
Oh
gonna
yeah.
throw it down the field, and it's gonna be a lot of fun to watch, especially when you have Mooney and London out there. Just we know they can make plays, so it should be a super fun season, regardless of the outcome.
Oh yeah. For sure, for sure. And I feel like even though the defense is young, like you said, there will be their highs and their lows. But I mean, I'm just excited because there will be probably one game this year, at least one game, maybe more, where that edge room is just gonna click, and we're gonna see like at maybe 3, 4 sacks, or probably even more during the game, and that would be awesome. Also, the secondary, Xavier Watts, I'm ready to
All
see that kid
right.
get a pick. I am ready to see that kid
I
get a pick.
know. I've had this vision in my brain, just week one, like Baker launching it downfield to whoever, and just Xavier Watts picks it off. I mean, I know Jesse Bates is right there on the other side, but like that would be so satisfying. That would
Oh
just
yeah.
like be so great. Um, I just mentioned Darnell Mooney. Speaking of Darnell Mooney, there's some injuries for both teams. Um, that are going to be pretty important for this game and the whole season. On the Falcons side, there's Clark Phillips, who I'm not. He was limited in practice today, I think, and we're recording this after the Eagles Cowboys game got lightning delayed. So yes, today I believe they practiced today. He was limited. Obviously, he's sort of a depth piece at this point, not something that's going to really like make or break you. It could end up mattering. It always could. But not super worried about that. And then we have Darnell Mooney, who obviously got hurt. Oh my, how long ago was that now? At
Oh,
least a
it had to
month.
be the start of training camp. Oh,
Yeah,
probably a little bit more than a month now. Yeah.
I remember him getting some reps and seeing some clips of him during training camp. Was he
Yeah.
was he was he hurt when we went?
Yeah, he was hurt when we went. So he got
Right.
hurt like the first day of
That was
training camp because he
that's
he
pretty
went up for a
early.
ball and he came down. We were on his shoulder.
Yeah,
I
it's
remember
been
reading
well
something
over a
about
month.
it. Oh yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But he's at least back practicing. Uh, Throughout his injury, I've been very optimistic about him returning for week one. I feel like in the last, honestly, like 24 hours or so, I've been a little bit more pessimistic.
Oh yeah, me too. They're saying it's game
Um,
time, so we'll have to
yeah,
see.
usually that's, I mean, we'll see. As far as what I'm gathering, he was full pads today, from what I
Yeah.
saw. They're just waiting on the thumbs up from the med team to say like, yeah, you can play. Um,
Yeah, and hopefully he'll be able to. We're gonna need him. His ability to get open downfield is gonna be huge now with Penix's big arm
Yeah.
in play.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, but on the flip side, we've seen Penix. Granted, this was against the Panthers, but
Oh
we've seen
yeah,
Penix be able to produce without Mooney.
that's
Um,
true. That's true.
he just spammed it to Drake London,
And
and it seemed to work. So,
yeah, and even in like Darnell Mooney's absence, players like Casey Washington have stepped in. So I'm excited to see. He's kind of a big unknown to me. I haven't seen a lot about him, but he had some good trips coming out of training camp, and he had some good times in the preseason.
mhm.
So I'm excited to see what he can do, knowing that he was on their practice squad last year with Penix. So they have some good report. Maybe we'll see
Yeah,
something there.
yeah. Chris Blair too.
Yes, yes.
We'll see what happens there. We've already seen him and Penix connect before, so we'll see who could step up. It's a pretty intriguing receiving room, but we can get to that a little bit later. Um, Going down the list, DeMarco Hellams. Sucks to see him hurt again, hamstring injury. He brings a lot of. I mean, we haven't seen a lot of him, so I don't really, I can't really say how like
I
good
mean,
he is.
yeah, if the preseason showed me anything is he brings the freaking boom. I mean,
That's
he
the
was
big thing,
lighting
yeah.
guys up for sure.
Mhm.
And it's impressive to see a safety get in there and put his head in and other people like that. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. I hope he's back. He didn't practice, hamstring issue. So hopefully something not really long term. But here clearly he brings a fire at least to this defense.
Oh yeah.
They've nicknamed themselves the crash out crew. And I know he's probably a really big part of that. So it would be nice to have him at least out there. And then we have Jack Nelson. Did not practice with a calf injury.
Nothing real there. Fortunately for us, we've got I believe Elijah Wilkinson is getting the start in place of
Mhm.
McGarry at right. So I don't think we'll miss Jack Nelson that much. Fingers crossed, nothing happens to Elijah Wilkinson during the game, and we have to go into even deeper into our depth that doesn't really exist at that position. So
Yeah, at that point, I mean, who are you even putting in?
yeah, I mean,
Jack Nelson didn't practice, and I guarantee you, Jack Nelson would be a disaster.
oh,
He's not
absolutely,
ready.
absolutely. I mean, we'd have to. God knows. Only Raheem knows what he would do, but I think hopefully it won't be like that.
Uh, yeah, we'll see. We'll get into Wilkinson a little bit later. Um, but spoilers, I'm a little bit more optimistic about him than I feel like most Falcons fans are.
Okay, okay.
Um, Anyways, on the Buccaneers side, they have a much longer list, so let's just get through this.
Yeah, let's do it.
Running back Sean Tucker, he practiced though. Josh Hayes, corner, full practice. Cade Otton, that's a big one. Obviously, Baker loves his tight ends, especially Otton. He had a groin injury. He was limited. I don't know whether he'll play or not. That might be game time decision, just like it is with Mooney. We shall see. And then there's Tristan Wirfs. That's the biggest one. Uh, did
Oh
not
yeah,
practice, and
huge, huge.
I think it's pretty much guaranteed at this point that he's not playing week one.
Yeah, I believe he got a late surgery or he had a late
Wow.
injury,
Oh,
but
that's right. Yeah.
yeah, he won't be back for a few weeks, I don't think.
Yeah, that is big. We'll get into that in a minute. Same thing with Vita Vea, did not practice with a foot injury. Um, he he's good. He's really good. He's given
Yeah.
us many problems in the
Oh yeah.
past.
Oh yeah.
Um, just running on that guy is so tough.
Yes. Yes,
And
for
him not
sure.
being there is a big deal. And then there's Hassan Reddick, was not practicing for personal reasons. I would have to assume that he's going to play.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I definitely is gonna play. Everything that I've
Yeah,
seen is that he's gonna play, and he just took kind of today off
they're
for
gonna
reasons obviously not stated to us.
they're gonna stick him right on. Uh, help me out.
Right on Wilkinson. They might
Okay,
put him.
yeah, I don't know why
Yeah,
Elijah Wilkinson.
yeah. They might put it. Yeah, and it's scary, but you know what? Like as long as they provide him chip help or something, we should be fine. Just
Mhm.
don't leave him on an island, and also just keep in mind that he's there. I mean, we can't leave that kid on an island protecting appendix's blind side.
Uh,
Sorry, but
um, yeah. We can get into some Wilkinson now. I think he's gonna be fine. He'll probably have a moment or two where you're just kind of like, oh no. Um, but all in all, I think like offensive line is more about the unit as a whole. Um, of course, there's some one-on-one moments, but I think he's blending with an experienced group. Scheme really matters. I think he's gonna look a lot better than what we saw in the preseason. Is what I'm trying to say. Just because of the guys that he's with
yeah,
and
for
how
sure.
they'll
It's gonna
scheme
help him
around it.
being with some um, real first string offensive linemen for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then to finish out the Bucks injuries, Christian Izine, I don't even know how to pronounce that. Who cares? He didn't practice. And then Chris Godwin did not practice. He will not be playing his first
Also
game.
big, also big.
Yeah.
I was excited when I saw that he would miss a couple of weeks for sure. We know that Falcons, especially last year, they really struggled with facing teams that had more than one good wide receiver. Thinking mostly of that Minnesota game where we got absolutely lit up by Addison and
Oh
Jefferson,
my
to be
gosh.
honest. But that was awful. So only and unfortunately for us, fortunately for the Bucks, still have Emeka Egbuka, who might have a big game. More on that later. But hopefully that'll make it a little bit easier. Obviously, it's a little bit easier to guard a rookie Emeka Egbuka than it would be to guard Chris Godwin. So hopefully that'll
Yeah.
help us out.
Yeah. Um, all right. Key matchups.
Oh
Do you
yeah.
have any notable matchups, whether it be a corner um, on a receiver or edge rusher versus a lineman? Anything that stands out to you?
I mean, I want to see our guys go after their left tackle. Whoever's backing up Tristan
Mhm.
Wirfs, I forget his name, but I know that he's not very good, obviously, as opposed to that what would be a Tristan Wirfs. So I want to see our full Maroon Veg guys just go after him. I want to see James Pierce. I want to see Arnold Ebiketie. I'm excited to see what he's going to do this season for sure. He should have a good breakout season. Maybe Jalen Walker, but we'll definitely send a good rotation of guys at him. Obviously, Leonard Floyd. And I'm just excited. I mean, this is we have a deep edge room for the first time in what feels like forever. It feels like all these guys do have like a legitimate case to put up some good numbers. So I'm excited to see what that looks like against a backup left tackle. How about you?
I mean, I'm just gonna flip the field and say, you know, we already talked about it, so I won't dwell on it too much. But Elijah Wilkinson versus Hassan Reddick. It's just gonna be interesting to see how he holds up. But there's that, And then to add some variety, I'll say we have. I mean, Mike Evans destroys us
Oh
every
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So we have to put a lot of energy into him. So whoever, whether it's Hughes, a safety, whoever's going to be on Abuka, or whatever his name is, that's going to be really interesting. It's his first game in the league. Who knows how he's going to look? He looked pretty good in the preseason training
Yeah,
camp.
yeah, he
I
looked good.
know.
He looked good.
I know Baker is keeps talking about how
Yeah, Baker's
excited
like
he
in
is
love
about
with
him.
that dude. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's going to be an interesting matchup to me. If we can just limit what Mike Evans does, he's going to get his. It's going to happen. If we
Oh,
can limit
absolutely.
everyone else around him and just contain him to what he's going to do, I feel like we're going to find a lot of success on defense.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Yeah. We also can't forget to mention our defensive line against the run game. This is a young defensive line. Lots of inexperienced guys in here. So I'm excited to see how they fare against the run game. It would really suck to see Bucky Irving go for 200 plus yards in the first week because the narratives would be crazy, especially by some of the opposition. So I want to see us stop him. I don't want to see him get break yards of 30 plus yards.
yeah, I agree. I mean, going back to what we talked about at the very beginning, just seems kind of a question mark, especially on
Yeah. Oh
defense.
yeah.
And it's really gonna be up to, is Dorless gonna step up and is Aurora gonna step up?
Oh yeah.
I feel confident about Diablo and Ellis right behind them, backing them up in the run game, but like they have to make an impact if we want to have a successful season.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah, and just one last one for me. I'm excited to see what Kyle Pitts does. I don't know who they're going to put on him, but I think Kyle Pitts. I mean, we've been hearing the talk this whole offseason, whether it's his rapport with Penix or his increased effort or enthusiasm within training camp. And so I'm excited to see what he puts on this first week because it's a contract year for him. You know, things have been looking down, especially after last year. And I want to see him absolutely go out there and dominate. I mean, he's got a real chance to do something special this year with Penix at the helm. So I'm looking forward to seeing that for sure.
Yeah, and he's played well against the Bucks. I mean, his two best games last year were both against the Bucks. Off the top of my head, anyhow. Um, so I mean, I have expectations for him. I know a lot of people don't. They're just kind of
Oh
wait and
yeah.
see.
I mean, you have
Um,
to.
I'm not thinking he's going to be like this 1,000 yard guy again. But like if we can get like 800, maybe to even 900 yards out of him and five or so touchdowns, this offense is going to be looking really good.
Oh yeah. If he produces like a top 5, maybe even top 8 tight end, this offense could reach another level. I mean,
Yeah.
to be honest, like I honestly thought he should have had more targets and receptions than Ray McCloud last year. He has the talent. He has the ability to do it.
We've seen it.
He's a much
Yes.
more dangerous weapon that Ray McCloud is. So there should be nothing stopping him. Like he should be going off for at least 75 yards this game easily.
Yeah. 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 I agree. I agree. There's no reason that we should not put up points against this Tampa Bay defense.
Oh yeah.
There's no reason. I don't care if you have a like rookie quarterback starting.
Yeah.
Um,
Even
uh,
though that's something I disagree with, but yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. Big quotation marks on the
Yeah, big
rookie thing.
quotations mark yeah,
Big,
on the
big,
rookie.
big. I'm with you on that. But yeah. What are so we just got done with matchups. What's your big key to the game? What is the thing the Falcons have to do if they want to win this game week 1 against the Buccaneers?
The Falcons have got to get some turnovers on defense, whether
Hmm.
it be off of sacks, off of strip sacks, off of picks, looking at that secondary, looking at those ball hawks in the safety room with Jesse Bates and Xavier Watts. I'm ready to see some turnovers, man. I need on the rated turnovers, they got to put Baker Mayfield on the ground. Like if you put him on the ground, I think we will have a much easier time this game. And like we said earlier, we can do it. They've got a backup offensive lineman who we should be able to exploit. James Pierce, he's been said to have the best rookie edge training camp. other than Abdul Carter. Obviously, I believe he was the third pick, something along that line. He's absolutely insane. So no surprise there. But I'm excited to see what the defense can do. That's probably the part I'm most excited for. Funny enough, even though I think the offense will be really good, I'm excited to see just how good this defense can be because it should be a lot of fun. Should have a lot of speed in it.
Yeah, yeah, I'm totally with you, and I know it's cliche to like win the turnover battle, say that that's the key of the game, but like it's real, you know. For me, it would be to get the run game going, to open up the pass game. Um, I with Vita Vea out, um, you have to capitalize on that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And I know we love to run to that right side with where McGarry would be and Lindstrom, and that's like all we did last year. Which if it works, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I get it, but we need more variety in this run game. You
Oh
have to
yeah.
spice things up,
Oh
and
yeah. For sure.
and the past when we played the Bucks, it's just like we don't even bother because Vita Vea is right there.
Oh, absolutely.
Um,
But I mean, like we like you said, we gotta switch it up. We can't do these
mhm.
outside zone schemes the entire time. I mean, Bajan Robinson, you get him one on one, he's gonna make people miss.
Yeah, yeah,
When you have him going through levels and like let's say the A gap or the B gap, he is going to make people miss. He can juke people out of their cleats. So I think that alone gives us an edge in their running game. Same with having Tyler Algier. I mean, you have a short yardage situation. You send big boy Algier out there. I mean, he's ripping through guys just off of pure physicality. So we should have the advantage there. I think our running back room is much better than the Bucks, and there should be no reason after a few run attempts we can't do a little play action and get the Bucks to bite
yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
run.
If the run game gets going, the way that we think it can, and that opens up the play action, which hopefully Zach Robinson. I have full faith that he's going to be running plenty of play action.
Okay,
Um,
you
I,
do because
I
I'm a
think that
little
was
skeptical.
completely Kirko. I think Zach Robinson was like, "Oh crap, my quarterback can't do this." So we're just
Yeah.
gonna have. I still think we're gonna be pretty heavy shotgun and pistol. Like,
Oh
don't get me
yeah.
wrong,
Oh yeah.
but like you will see a significant more amount of play action and Penix under center than you did last year.
Oh yeah. I mean, you have to. Like, you
You
don't have an
have
arm
to.
like the one on Penix, and you don't utilize it for play action. I mean, that opens up the possibility for deep passes that are going to get us a ton of points. So that's something you have to capitalize on.
Okay, cool. All right. So all this being said, what are your predictions for week one against Buccaneers? Final score.
Okay, this is tough, but I think the Falcons win this game 30-27.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Who driving down, Penix down the field, set up
Yep,
coup for a field goal to win it?
I think the Bucks score late. We have maybe a little bit under 2 minutes, and Michael Penix shows off his 2-minute drill skills, and we get to
Uh,
about maybe the 40 or 35, and we get a good kick from Q. Boom, ice the game.
that
Penix
would
game winning drive.
that would be so satisfying because I'm tired of these I'm tired of these Bucks fans, y'all. Right? I'm sick of them. They think they the shit. All right. Just because you got a free division, just because of our incompetency, you've been given a free division every single year. That doesn't mean you're good. All right. You're just existing and being mid like us. You're just slightly better than us. You're still mid. All right. Trust me. I think the Bucks are the most overrated team in the league.
Oh
I
yeah,
think they're good. I just think we're right there with them.
yeah. I feel like they get overhyped a lot. I
Mhm.
mean, I understand a good amount of it. Like
I don't. It's not. I'm
it's
not saying
the
they're bad.
yeah, they're definitely not bad, but I think they're still feeding off of what Tom Brady brought there. I think,
Yeah.
especially like as far as hype wise. But
Yeah, and Baker did a good job. Has done a good job. He had a great year last year. Again, I think the Bucks are good. I just think they're like I see people ranking them like the 10th best team in the league, and us as like the 27th best team. And I'm like, I
yeah,
think it's a
that to
lot
me,
closer than that.
I think it's a lot closer. Um, yeah, I mean, truthfully, I think they're just older. Obviously, we're a younger team, so nothing's to say we can't get better than them in the next
Mhm.
2 or 3 years.
Yeah, I
I mean,
think
it's
this is
entirely possible, especially if some of these draft picks hit. Our defense could be looking extremely good against the rest of the NFC Souths. We won't.
yeah.
I don't even want to mention the Saints, and then Carolina is off doing their thing, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, Carolina's doing their thing. They seem like they're doing alright with their rebuild. But yeah, this should be our division in the next coming years. Should be. We'll see. But for me, I don't know. The closer we get to this game, the more scared of it I get. I think we very well could win it. I'm gonna go, man. I don't know. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna flip flop your score. I think the Bucks are gonna win 30-27.
Really?
I obviously I hope I'm wrong. But I don't know. I just feel like we always start slow in week one. Um, the Bucks are good. I think they're going to come out with some fire. I just I don't know. I don't think that season over. We're screwed. We're not going to win the division. I still have us winning the division. I just think we're going to lose this game. Uh, it's week one, not the end of the world. If you recall, last time we went to the Super Bowl, um, we lost to the Bucks week one pretty handedly. And it ended up not really mattering. We finished 11-5. I think you could see something similar, especially with how soft the middle of the schedule is. Um, and we can actually just get into that now. What's your prediction for the season? You don't need to necessarily tell me the outcome of every single game, just about what you think the record might be, where they'll seed in the NFC,
Yeah.
and if you have them making the playoffs, how far they'll go.
Yeah, I got you. It's interesting. I think last year, just gonna to bring it back a little, I was really under the belief that our schedule was going to be extremely easy. But then teams like the Minnesota Vikings, who weren't thought to be really good, kind of got good out of
Washington,
seemingly nowhere. Yeah, obviously Washington. So anything could happen. But let's see. First four games of ours are Bucks, Vikings, Panthers, and Commanders. Right before a Week 5 bye, a little early bye. I'm not sure how I
yeah,
feel about that, but
it's
I
tough.
think if we go 2-2 during the first four games, I think I'd be content. I'm okay with
I would
splitting
be
those.
very content,
I'd be very content. I'd really want to win the ones from the NFC South, but
obviously.
I'll take whatever we can get. Yeah, and
um,
then you come back and just kind of go a little bit quicker from weeks 6 to 18. We start against Buffalo. That's a rough one. Then we have some. Then we have a trip at San Francisco, Miami, New England, the Colts, the Panthers, the Saints, the Jets, the Seahawks, the Bucks again, the Cardinals, the Rams, and the
mhm.
Saints. I mean, yeah, it looks like a very soft middle schedule. Starting at the Colts up until about the Seahawks, it looks like it could be really soft. Now, obviously, I think a big factor there is how good the Colts and the Jets are. I think there's a world where the Jets are all right. I don't know if they're going to be great, but
Mhm.
I think they could be all right. Same with the Colts. I think the Colts could give us fits as well, but hopefully we win those games. Overall, I kind of see us going. I think best case scenario we go 11-6, but if we go 10-7, I'll be okay with that. I think 10 and
Yeah,
7 is a good goal to set. I think anything below that, and I would feel disappointed. Even if we had like a winning record 9-8, I would still feel a little disappointment. Uh, with that record, I think we could go to the playoffs. In fact, I predict us to, and maybe we get out of the first round, maybe we don't, but I'm okay with whatever happens after.
yeah, I'm with you. I think that's the goal for the season. Not even necessarily to win the division, although obviously that'd be great. Just get into the dance, make the
Yeah.
playoffs.
Oh yeah.
I feel like it's that black and white. If you make the playoffs, successful season. If you don't make the playoffs, unsuccessful season.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't really
Well,
care how
yeah.
it plays out. I don't care how many wins it is. Uh, if you make it, great. If you don't, you suck. I
So,
think if we win any under than 8 games, I think Raheem Morris and Terry Fontenot have to go.
oh yeah, absolutely. But like, so what do you think about if we were to go maybe 10-7, but the Bucks go 11-6, or maybe even 12-5?
that's how the cookie. I think 10-7 is like pretty realistic expectations for this roster.
Yeah,
And I think expecting them to do better than that, or feeling like they have to do better than that, is not really fair. So if the
yeah,
Bucks win 11 or 12 games, or God forbid even more, and we're right there with 10 getting the wild card, that's fine. That's okay.
yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, it would be disappointing to miss the playoffs even with a winning record because, of course, the last few years, I feel like the division has been so free that it would suck. Like the first year we're good, obviously we don't make it, and obviously I don't expect the NFC to be as good as anywhere near as good as the AFC. So I think even a
Yeah,
10-7 record could get us into the playoffs hypothetically,
it should.
but yeah, it should.
I think you can
So
sneak in with 9
yeah,
wins.
okay, okay, that's
Maybe,
interesting.
maybe,
That's
maybe.
interesting.
I
Yeah,
think
for
it's
sure.
possible.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Well, I could see that happening in a world for sure, but I think honestly, if we win 10 games, Michael Penix looks good, and we don't make the playoffs, uh, even though it'd be disappointing, I'd kind of be content with that, just because a big point of the season for me is looking at Michael Penix's progression.
Yeah, that's another one of my things is like, even if the season doesn't go well, I still feel like it's kind of about next year. We're gonna have money. Kirk Cousins is off the books. We can fill in some of those holes in the roster, some of those spots we feel a little bit less confident about, and
Yeah,
really start to make a push to be like true competitors in the NFC.
yeah, yeah. I think yeah, not to look too far ahead, or not to put the not to look at my eggs before they hatch. Like 2027 is very possible the year that this team takes off. I think they've got to nail their second round draft pick next year for that to happen. We can't have any more of these Ruka even though I like Ruka him as a second round pick over a bunch of players who are making an impact right now, it's kind of hard to swallow. And I think picks like that are kind of what has held us back. So good draft picks are needed for sure. Some impact players. Also just got to be smart, sign the right players at the right money, not overpaying and not getting stuff that we don't need. Again, if this offense looks fine this year, I think outside of maybe getting another wide receiver 3, you don't really have to do anything to it.
Mm.
I obviously,
Depth,
unless you see a big injury somewhere. Oh, right, and the offensive line, yeah, for sure. We need some offensive linemen for sure.
yeah, yeah. Cool. All right. So before I let you go, one last little bonus thing, real quick. Uh, Super Bowl picks. What two teams and who you think is winning?
Interesting. Okay, I'll let you go first.
Well, we were talking about this earlier. To preface this, before we started recording, we were talking about this. I went. Actually, I'm gonna switch it up from what we were talking about earlier. I'm gonna go Bills Packers with the Bills winning.
Okay. 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 I respect that. I respect that for sure. However, I'm gonna have to be a little biased and go with Ravens
Mhm,
Packers.
mhm.
I think that the Ravens really have what it takes to get it done this year. I mean, they have a really nice secondary now with Jair Alexander. I think, and then obviously you have Lamar Jackson, who is an absolute monster.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to be favored in so many games this year. I think they could build momentum early. I think I think the sky's the limit for them. Not, and this isn't Ravens video, but I like the Ravens a lot this year. So I think Ravens and Packers. Obviously, Packers' addition of Micah Parsons raises their abilities quite a lot, and it would be fun to see him go up against Lamar Jackson in a playoff game, especially the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I think that wouldn't shock me at all. And I think it'd be pretty fun. Either Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson finally getting over that hump,
Oh
getting past
yeah,
the Chiefs. So far, Joe Burrow's the only guy that's done that. So yeah, I think that'd be super exciting. Right. Well, I think that pretty much wraps things up.
yeah,
Um,
awesome. I'm excited for Week 1, man.
yeah,
It's yeah, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the highs. I'm ready for the lows, which they're inevitably going to be. But I'm here for the ride. I'm ready
I'm
for some
just
football.
I'm just happy football's back. Regardless of what happens, we get football back. Falcons football. Yeah, so expect a game review to come out at some point after Sunday, and I'll be back with a preview for next game. And yeah.
Let's go.
If you enjoyed the video, just like, subscribe, all that. You know the drill. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.
Oh, thank you.